I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm here, and I'm ready. They're not. Bring it.
All right, let's move out. What's up, bitches?
Yo, what up, bitches? It's your boy, Frankie coming to you live from my car. So, needless to say, today's podcast is going to be a mobile podcast. That's right, you heard it here first. Mobile podcasting at its finest. Ghetto as fuck, but it's doable. Anyways, what's up, familia? I know it's been a minute since we talked. It's been a few months. I know I started the page first of the year, or got it going at the first of the year, but here I am. We're back, and living life, getting some experiences, and today's topic is going to be something you guys want to listen, so stay tuned. All right, it's going to be called generational differences. Think about that for a second while I turn this off. And that's it. It went off right when I said I was going to cut it off. Anyways, a little rusted from my podcasting experiences prior to this, but here we are. All right, generational differences is the topic for today, and what that means, if you're not familiar with it, go ahead and Google it. What that is the gap between two generations or multiple generations, such as politics, beliefs, dynamics, just the way they lived life back then and how they live life now and how it's going to change when they live in life in the future. So that's generational differences. And what I'm noticing a lot lately is generational differences. Wow, say that 3 times fast. Tongue-tied there. Anyways, so with my experience, and again, everybody, this is my podcast, so I say whatever the fuck I want. You're the one that push play. You're the one that is listening to it. If you don't like what you're about to hear or the stuff that you hear while you're listening to my podcast, then I suggest you turn it off and go find the Baby Shark channel somewhere over there for your little bitch ass's ears. So, with that being said, generational differences is differences between generations. And my generation, I think, is one of the badasses, or actually the last badass generation, which was Generation X. That's the generation I grew in, not to age myself, but there it is. So, I'm working 2 jobs, as most of you guys know, that you guys know me personally, and one of the jobs is in customer service. And in customer service, you know you have a high turnover rate, number one. You have a high loss of goods. You know that. That's retail, period. And customer service. And then you also have young people. Sometimes it's their first job, their only job. So they have no experience in the workforce. They have, number one, no experience in adulthood, and number 2, no experience in the workforce. So when you get somebody like me who is almost 40 years old, who has had much experience out in the workforce, who's had leadership positions, roles, owns a small business, you guys know me personally, you guys know. So there's ways to run things, and there's ways to not. So, you know, when you're working for a major corporation, it's their way or the highway, and you know that. That's just the way it is. They have the money for it. They can do that. Now, when you work for mom and pop shops, it's a little bit different. You know, you guys get that 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 10th, 15th chance before you're terminated or eliminated, discharged. So when you're working for a customer service, your number one priority is your customers, right? That's what everybody says. It's your customers. That's who pays for the lights to be on, for your product, your overhead, everything. I believe in another way. I believe the employees are number one. You know, you keep your employees satisfied, they're going to keep your customers satisfied. That's the way I work. That's the way my experience has been. That's what I look at it now. But I'm not running the show where I'm working, and I don't want to. So if you're listening to this and you think I am, I'm not. All right? This is my podcast. I say whatever the fuck I want. It is just my opinion, and my opinion means shit. This is just a way for me to express myself, to vent to like-minded people. And if that's not one of you, then bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Anyways, back to the topic was, so these kids, and I call them kids because I'm almost 40 years old. I'm not using that to offend anybody. Have no experience. When I grew up, if you didn't do your fucking job, you got snapped at. Like, hey, the fuck are you doing? Or, hey, get back to it. Or, hey, you need to do this shit right. Nowadays, you do something like that. And that was considered not only respecting your bosses, but that was also considered respecting your elders. You know, if somebody is older than you, whether they're below you or above you, they're older than you, period. It's called respecting your elders. Respect is something that's gone out the window that I've noticed in the recent years. It's practically gone for anybody that's older. And I remember when I was younger, I was like, I can't wait to be older because these bitches are going to respect me. Nope. That boat has sailed, and I'm okay with it. I'm getting used to it. I don't like it, but I'm getting used to it. But that's what that was. It was respecting your elders. Nowadays, you snap to somebody like, hey, attention right here, or hey, can you guys stop fucking gossiping? I need to have some information so I can get this customer going. Now that's threatening. And if you express yourself by apologizing to somebody and you say, I think because it's your generation, now it's discrimination. Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, what? That's considered discrimination apparently. But who knows? I mean, I don't have a law book that'll tell me if that is or not. I think most of this generation's, not being discriminatory, but I feel a lot of these younger generations now just get the bug up their ass, and whatever they think is discriminatory, whatever they don't think is right, is what's right or not right. And it's not true. All right, if it's not right, it's not right, and there's a law for it. But if you're expressing your opinion, that's all that is. It's your opinion. You're not discriminating against somebody, because I tell you what, people, the First Amendment was written to protect my freedom of speech, not your fucking feelings. All right? So, with that being said, today's youth, their biggest fucking crutch that I'm learning is, I'm offended. I'm offended. My feelings are hurt. I didn't like the way he talked to me. He raised his voice to get my attention, to do my job. So I'm offended. I want him fired. These are people that aren't even old enough to vote. And companies are catering to them. So my advice is, companies, stop it. Managers, assistant managers, fucking stop it. All right? You're the boss. You're the grown-up. They're kids. They're going to be coming into the workforce. You're the first step. Teach them early that you can't get away with that. Because you teach them that that's okay, they're going to go and do it in every single fucking job they go to. Every single job. And that's just going to fuck us all up. So, stand your ground. Tell them to listen to the elders. Tell them to suck up their fucking feelings. And grow the fuck up. With that being said, I'm out of here, people. All right? I'll talk to you guys later.